Hello everyone. So I will show you one of the most critical thing of Excel, that is how to input different number and how to format those number in Excel. So just think about I just start this thing from the Word. So there is a major distinction between Word and Excel. So if you want to write something in the Word, so you just write it. So you don't. So for example, if you write one name for Alfred uh, Hanis, for example. So one person name is Alfred Hanis. His age is 45, 34 years. Okay. So for example, his birth date or today, if you want to write today, for example, today is 10th July 2020, and time is 5:08 p.m. So which is the my point is here that if you want to write something in the Word, you don't need to think about this. But Excel is slightly different from it. So for example, if you want to write anything in the Excel, so you have to define it and format it. Okay, so here uh, like any other programming language in the Excel, there are different type of number. So first one is integer, then number, then currency, then accounting, then date, then time, percent, fraction, and text. These are the different type of numbers or value that we can input in the Excel. But my point here, if you want to add this thing in the Word, you don't need to think about it. But if you want to any value of it, you have to format that value. Okay, for example, you want to write a number. um, okay, so this is a number. So how many digit? There are 6 digit. So you may think it is number, but it is not actually a number. It is in the under general formatting. So for example, if you want to write 12 digit number, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So you'll see scientific notation. So what if it is 11 digit, then you can see it, but when it is 12 digit, it will be a scientific number. So what you have to do, you have to change it. So you have to format it in the as a number. Okay, so from where you can do it? Okay, so better we should use it from here. Just let me zoom it. Okay, so these are the options, and I want to write a number general, then number, currency, then accounting, date, time, percentage, fraction, and text here. So there are some specific way. So for number, for general thing, just write it. But when you want to convert it into number, so for example, okay, so it is taking some time. Okay, so if you want to write a number, then you have to format it. So as I write all this thing earlier, so what we should do, I should make all these things as a general. So in the general means no speaks. So, and from where we can do it? So we have two options. So in the home tab, you can say there is a number group. There is a number group. So this is the number group. So you can do it from here, or for your better understanding, you can do from by clicking here. You will see a new window, and in that window there are you can see that there are different categories. Okay, so we have to select specific categories for changing it. So there are mainly three options. From here you can do it, or by clicking here you can do it, or by clicking in the left side of the right side of the mouse you can do it. For example, from format cell, okay, you will see the same window. So just think, I have I just write 2,50,000. So now you want to change it. So when you write it, always look at this place. So you will see what you just write here. So you will see the type. Okay, so it is a general. So what you have to do? By clicking here, you will see the options. You have to select the number. Okay, so now you see the number, and here is a decimal point. That is how many decimal point you want to show here. So normally we show 2. You may add 3, 4. Okay, for your understanding, I'm adding 4, and it is a then you may click on the thousand separator. It's optional. So 4 per thousand number will be separated by comma, and in case of negative number, so it you may give the negative sign, then it may become red color, it may become within the bracket, or it may become red and within the bracket. Okay, so just click. Okay, so what you will see now, if you click here, you will show it. See, it is a number. Okay, it is a number, not it is but if you click here, then you will show it is a general category. So now if you want to add currency, so number and currency not same. So if you want to add currency, you have to click here. You have to write that any currency. Then what you have to do, you have to format it. Again, by clicking here, I'm using it for better understanding. So now click on currency, and here same decimal point, how many point you want to show, and this is the symbol. Almost all country by default it is USD, but if you want to show BDT, for example Bangladeshi Taka, or even, so there are many options. So even you can see the Taka option here, the symbol of Taka. Okay, if you search it, if you see one by one, then it is visible, or simply you may write BDT. Okay, now it will be BDT. So if you want to write BDT by this way, then it will be become text. Okay, so one important thing that I forget to say, that anything that start from left in the Excel, that is text, and rest of the thing are actually start from the right side. So all these things from the right side, and all this thing from the left side. So you shouldn't write BDT or any other currency by this way. So it will become simply text. So you cannot use Excel formula. You may use text formula, but you cannot use Excel formula for number and for other things. Okay, especially for the calculation in this case. Okay, in the same way, now we can see the date. sorry, currency accounting. So just write the account again the same amount. Okay, so I'm facing some problem. Just so far we are up to that. Make it as no specific category. So for example, if you want to write, so just 2,50,000, now you want to convert it into accounting format. So currency and accounting are almost same. So both things are same. You may use the decimal point, but actually there are some differences in the use. So we'll talk about that in later. So in the BDT, in the accounting, you will see the symbol of the currency in the left side, but in the currency it will be within actually at the same place of the currency. Now think about date. So what do you mean by date in Excel? So what is date? So date in Excel, basically it is a number. Basically it is a number. So if you put 1 and then convert it number, then you will show it is the 1st January 1900. So if you click write 2, then make it number, make it, sorry, date, then it is January 2. So in this case, you have to put number, but you can't do it uh, randomly. So what you have to do, so normally uh, it's better to check the your computer clock. So which format? So it is 7th, then 10 2020, that is July 10th, not the November 7th. Okay, so in the, as Microsoft is a US product, so what is normally by default in the US system, the month is at the first, then date, then year. So this is the normal US, but you should see the your clock or what are using. So it's, and what you have to, then again uh, what you have to do. So if you want, if you write date means 7th, then 10, then 2020, it actually it is a 10th of what, sorry, it is a 10th July, but it is not unlike Bangladesh. In Bangladesh you normally use what, year, sorry, date, then month, and then year. Okay, so it is in, we follow this in the Bangladesh, but in normally in the Excel, first number, then date, then year, and you have to use either hash, dash, or the backslash. So so this is 7th, then backslash 10 2020. So now what you can do, now just see it, it is a date, it become date. Okay, now what can you do? So you may select the location. In our case it is Bangladesh, and you will see the type. So if you click So there are options here. So even you can see the Bangla option. If you click here, then now it become the Bangladeshi format, that is 10th July 2020. Okay, so again in date, in case of date, Excel has a specific way. So if you write, for example, now it is 5:23 p.m., it will be become what? A text. Because why? It is start from the left side. If you write just 5:2.3, it is a, it becomes general or number. So what you have to do? So you have to write the first thing that you need to write, that is hour, then colon, then minutes, and then second. Okay, so that is now it is 5, then colon 24, click it. So you can say it is a now it is PM, AM. So now it become what? It become, so it's better to write in such way. For example, it is 17 hour. 17 hour. Just click it. Now it become 5:24 minutes. Then person. So what do you mean by person in Excel? What is person? So person means per 100. So 10% means 10 divided by 100. So that is 10%, or in the same way it is also means 0.10. So 10% doesn't mean 10. 10% mean either directly 10% or 0.10. So you may use 10% directly, write it, or in case you want to format it, just write the fraction, that is 10, fraction 10, and now change it into percent. Okay, now think about fraction 1.5. So it is a fraction. So if you want to show it in a fraction format, then just click here. So there are options here. So for 3-digit, for halves, quarter, 6, 10. So in the class you will see the different things. So we have some other options here. So for scientific we have options. So we may use in our case we don't need the scientific one, but later in this class we'll see special case and custom case. Okay, not in this class. And text. So by default, if you write something, for example, if you write information system, now it start from the left side and it become text. It doesn't become text, so you may put it into a text format. So it's not a mandatory, but for the date, time, currency, these are the some important thing that you should always use this thing or this specific way. Then in the next class we'll show how to input this number for a large range. Okay, thank you for watching this video.